What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be installing a Diode Dynamics 30-inch light bar into my bumper. So if you guys don't have one of these, this is probably going to be something to pick up. So I'm going to show you exactly how to wire it up, and then I'm also going to be showing you guys night clips so you guys see how bright it really is. So let's go ahead and get into the video and show you the super simple install. Let's do it. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, open up your hood. Once you open up your hood, I'm sure if you guys are an older subscriber, you guys have seen me do this many times. But if you're not, the first thing you want to do is we're going to have to remove this whole grill. So to do so, you either need a flathead or a panel removal tool. I found it easier to remove it with the flathead. You just go ahead and insert. There is a tab there. Twist off, and then you can go ahead and pull it right off. You want to save these, do not lose them. There's going to be one exact one on the opposite side. Once you've gotten both of the push tabs pulled out, you want to go ahead and get a 10mm socket, because there's going to be one screw here and one on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and remove those now. So for this next step, if you do have a 2018 and up Tacoma, the 2018 and up Tacomas do have a sensor up in front on the grill. So if you do have one, you're going to notice it's going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but there's a little brown tab here. Get some needle nose pliers and go ahead and push that tab in. Be really careful because it is plastic. You do it too hard, you might break it. Alright, so that's going to release this. And you're going to notice right here the connection for the sensor. You want to go ahead and remove that. Once it's removed, now we can finally remove this whole grill. So this next step, once you removed the screws and the tabs, and now you can go ahead and pull out the grill. Really simple. I kind of play with it a little. Bring up these two tabs. Just kind of work your way around it. It should just release. Pretty simple. And set that aside somewhere safe. The next step is we're going to now start working inside of here and removing some bolts. Nothing too hard. One more thing. If you have reached to this level of the video, please make sure to go smash the like button. It really helps a lot. Make sure to comment down below any thoughts, questions that you may have. Trust me, that helps a lot. And you guys already know, if you guys help me, I help you guys with all those giveaways. Let's get to the next step. So this next step, you're going to want to get some WD-40 and a socket that's a 14mm. Let me go ahead and show you why. Let's jump in here. All right, so when you're looking inside of here, it's going to be kind of hard to see on camera, but if you scroll down right about there, on the left side, there is two bolts. They are going to be closest to the fender. Those ones you're going to have to remove. So what I did was I put a lot of WD-40, I let it sit for a little while, and then with my 14mm socket, I'm going to go ahead and remove them, which I'll show you right now. Once you do those two, you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Let's get to it. All right, now that we're done removing the bolts, we're going to go ahead and move now onto the brackets. So these brackets, I did get them from the Diode Dynamics website. They are for the 2016 and up Tacoma. When you are checking out to purchase the light bar, which right now I have the hidden bumper light bar, it does ask you if you want the brackets. They fit in the factory mounts. They do come powder coated, so you don't have to worry about getting it rusted or anything like that. So let's go ahead and now move on to the install. Put in the bracket. So let's go ahead and now slide it in on those two holes. Let's mount it on the studs. Once they're properly mounted, let's go ahead and now put the nuts back, which remember they were a size 14. So let's go ahead and put them by hand first. Let's go ahead and put the top one. I'm gonna leave it hand tight for now. Let's go ahead and do the opposite side the same way. Now we're gonna put the driver's side bracket, same thing. Let's go ahead and put it onto the studs. The light bar I'm going to be installing today is going to be the 30 stage from Diode Dynamics, of course. Inside the box does come all the hardware that is needed. These brackets do come with it. I'm not going to use them. These are universal brackets, so I can put these off to the side. Here's the light bar itself. As you can tell on the connection side, it's like a plug and play. So you don't need to do any splicing or anything like that. Unless if you already have a harness connected to your truck, so you just want to replace a light bar that you currently have, Diode Dynamics does offer this little connection here, which comes inside the box, which it connects here, and then you can splice into your existing wire harness that you have right now. But if you don't have an existing wire harness, of course this, you can put it off to the side, and then just go ahead and make sure to purchase their wire harness from them. So when you're going to your checkout, you can go ahead and add this to your cart. It's very affordable and it comes well made. So it's also a plug and play. So that's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and now start mounting it. You guys, so this next step, you're not gonna be able to see exactly what I'm doing, but what I'm grabbing is one of these washers, which was included. I'm gonna be grabbing one of the lock washers, which I already placed inside the screw. And basically what I'm gonna be doing is, you know, you gotta set one up and then set the other one up. Now I'm gonna place the light bar inside, put it in its spot where it's gonna go. And on each side, I'm gonna put a screw so that way it mounts. And then from there, I will only hand tighten it so that way I can kind of see where I want it. One thing I wanna know is, as you could tell, the harness, it is pretty long, which is pretty awesome of them to offer it that way. But I am putting it on the driver's side because I'm gonna have my wire harness and switch running through my driver's side into the cab. So that's why I have it on this side. Now that we mounted up the light bar, everything's now tightened up. We're gonna go ahead and now start with the wiring. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this behind this bracket here, just like that. And you wanna get some zip ties just so it's nice and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in behind right here, this headlight, just like that. And like I said, you want some zip ties. So we're here now. So I'm gonna go ahead and first show you guys, if you guys already had a light bar and you guys are just swapping it out, I'm going to show you how to wire it up, which is super simple, nothing too hard. So the first thing you're going to want to get is, of course, you have the light bar connection and then the second connection that did come inside the box. So this one you want to go ahead and connect, and you want to make sure it's nice and tight. It should click. Once it's clicked, just kind of give it a tug, make sure it's not going to fall off. So once again, this is only if you already had a wire harness connected to your truck and you're just swapping out the light bar. So it's best to get some heat shrink, so we're going to go ahead and put that over. I'm going to put it over the heat shrink on the opposite side. You have your wire harness that you had previous on another light bar. You want to go ahead and make sure it's spliced open now. So what we're going to do is connect the red to the red and the black to the black. So let's do that now. Let's put the heat shrink right over this. Do the same, black to black. Nice and tight. Of course, since it is heat shrink, you want to go ahead and get a heat gun. I got this at Harbor Freight, 10 bucks. I've had it for a long time and it still works. So go ahead and heat shrink the wires now, or the connection. Once you've heat shrinked it, of course, you're pretty much done. If you want to still play it safe, you could go ahead and get some black tape and wrap this up just to kind of give it that, I guess, more of a seal. Keep in mind, what I just showed you right now is if you already had a wire harness connected and you just swapped out the light bar, you're basically done. You want to go ahead and turn it on, make sure it works. If it does, you want to go ahead and start zip tying stuff and kind of putting everything back together exactly the same way you took it off. Up next, I'll go ahead and now show you if you didn't have a wire harness and you needed to connect it. So let's go ahead and disconnect this one really quick. Put that off to the side. So of course, this is the connection that's coming off the light bar. So if you did purchase a Diode Dynamics wire harness and switch, you just want to go ahead and grab that now. Let's go ahead and unwind it and I'll show you what it has and what it comes with and kind of how it works. At this side, you're going to notice there is a black and there is also a red. So the red one is going to go connected to your positive of the battery, and this black one here is going to go connected over here off to the side where there is a grounding bolt, which I'll show you right now. On the opposite side of this, you're going to notice you're going to have your switch, which is here, on, off, and it does have a light, so when it's on, it'll turn on. When it's off, it'll be off. And then of course you're going to notice there's this connection here, which this one would connect directly into the light bar, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of how to run it. Of course, I'm not going to do it fully because I already have mine ran. So we've connected the light bar to the actual wire harness of Diode Dynamics. We're going to go ahead and set that aside. So here's the rest of it. So let's spread this out. So if you were connecting it, like I said, I'm not going to connect mine because I already have it ran. But if you were connecting it, you'd grab the red one. The red one would be connected to the positive. And then the black one would be connected here. There is a grounding bolt where you would remove. It is a 10mm socket. There is a relay. The relay, you can go ahead and mount it anywhere. I mount most of my relays back here. There is also a bolt there. As an example, like say you did mount everything, all you would be left with is now just the switch. And you're going to notice there's a white connection here. You would remove it just like that. The switch, you can go ahead and throw it inside the truck. And I'll go ahead and show you what's next. Right here, you would want to get a clothes hanger, like a metal one, kind of spread it open, and a small razor blade. So for the small razor blade, you're going to want to cut a slit into this right here. You're going to notice there is a grommet. You might want to cut just a tiny one. And then you want to get your metal clothes hanger. You would open it up, grab the end of the wire harness, tape these two together. Once you've taped these two together, you grab the other side of the clothes hanger and you just feed it all the way through until the harness is all the way inside the cab. With the switch, so you'd kind of look for your harness. It should be around here. You grab this connection and then you grab the connection that you just brought in, connect the two, and now you have your switch. And then you turn it on and off. Make sure it works. Of course, mine isn't connected because I didn't really run it. I'm just showing you guys how to run it. But yeah, and then you just find the mounting spot. Or another thing you can do is up here, if you see, I do have Cali Ray switches, which I've spliced this open and connected it to these, which I like a little better because they light up, turn on, light up, just like that, and the light bar will turn on. You don't need to do this. This requires more wiring, but just letting you know, it's an option. So we're basically done. Let's go ahead and now just show you how it looks at night. All right, so right now just my DRLs are turned on. As you can tell, it's pitch black. Up front, there's a big mountain. It's kind of far away, not crazy far, but it is a good amount. I'm gonna go ahead and now turn on the Diode Dynamics light bar so that way you guys can see just how bright it really is. So right now, I do not have it adjusted correctly, but as you can tell, I mean, it really lights up the way. You can see the mountain that's like way up there. Once again, it's not really mounted correctly. I think I have it faced up a little, but it's all right. But as you could tell, I mean, it's pretty freaking bright. And it looks pretty good. So if you guys do end up wanting to purchase it, make sure to check out the description box below. Yeah, so what do you think? Is it worth it?
It's totally worth it. I could finally see shit. It was so scary at first. I was like, where am I going?
Exactly. It was like pitch black at first, but now we're good to go. So whether you want to get the Diode Dynamics light bar or of course the Diode Dynamics fog lights, those are bright as well. Alright, so now that you guys know how it looks, how to install it if you have a wire harness already or not, it's a pretty simple install. Anybody can do it. If you guys do want to go ahead and purchase it, it's going to be in the description box below. Don't forget to smash the like button. It really helps out. And now that you saw it at night, if you guys ever do see me in person and want to see it, make sure to let me know. I'll go ahead and light it up for you. And it's actually honestly pretty freaking bright, not gonna lie. But yeah. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys next time.